So you didn't go to
Correct.
trekking? Okay. Or it sounds like you were like in the area early.
No, we were walking on the beach. We checked it out this morning. And saw the well, we took a ferry downtown.
I'm so confused.
We didn't go to the restaurant because we knew we were
She assumed
I thought you said you got here today.
you went all the way to the city just
I didn't want to go with you. I didn't know she was going to tell you the whole
But we would have stopped at the restaurant to get the phone, but they were closed. Closed until today. Because we never checked.
I'm also immediately the phone was there.
And now our other cousins are
Well, we didn't know the phone was after we got the phone.
We're just taking over that.
After we got the phone. Within a day.
I've had a lot of time on older managers.
No.
And I just
Looking up at the wine as your prefix to understand the higher price, and I'm just gonna add the cost.
yes,
It's a diluted process by at least 5 years.
you know, it's missing that robustness. But it's fine. Payments are soft. No access to system.
Can I say the Beetle Farm Hero?
That's fine. That's fine.
Captain Birds. We're brothers, so
We're wondering who's
And a prayer hero, salad or fries.
that is born in 86.
Because we
Bring your bottle back. Show it to us.
When I you said yeah, going
you take that.
I have the
yeah, we're doing like next tomorrow.
You know what it is? What's the about this land?
At least like
Why didn't you guys set my
If you're just staying with that.
Just move it like
I'm gonna stay with Ben like at like the beginning of the first couple of days. See what happens.
no. Happy to pay.
He's straight. He's straight. He was telling me like we were gonna go over like a room section.
White is gonna be
You got like a one-way ticket? Yeah. How long do you think you're gonna stay? I don't know. I was thinking like, I mean, it has to be at least 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah. It's like 30 hours. That's wild. It's like 30 hours. How many stops do you have to make to get there? Well, one, but it's like a 7-hour flight. It's annoying. That was cheap. Yeah. I didn't see it.
How did you hear? I haven't heard it. Go ahead. Yes.
Why not? Why not?
Well, I get it too. I can have another one.
So spicy.
So grilled salmon, salad, and it's a drink.
Yeah. It's a very sad experience.
Yeah. Okay, the drink that you're gonna give it.
Yeah, sure.
I'll tell you all
I was like, "Hey, do I?"
Okay.
He's like,
Okay, I gotta finish first. What are you drinking?
I want a white wine, but I don't know.
Pinot Grigio. I'll bring 2 Pinot
With
Grigio.
ice. I don't need it back to back.
No.
Okay. I look a little. I can go there. I might order more than that. Just
saying
sip
he
a
was
cup.
gonna land. He's like, I do have plenty of rounds that day. I'm like,
So it's gonna be the grilled salmon, salad already.
Oh,
I don't know if she's
Okay.
but
And also the white one.
Hey, Jill.
I'll bring for you.
Oh, hi.
What is that? What excuse is that? This is coming back to me, you know. I don't know.
I know I have one Cheryl right
You're married. That's why.
Are we still here?
I didn't realize there were way more people.
Somebody called my name.
But I haven't had it in maybe like a couple of weeks. And it got spicy.
Very good. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm trying to
I'm Dylan. I grew up across the street from all.
Oh, nice. Nice to meet you.
I'm married.
Thank you. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you again, Dory. How are you?
The Catskills, right? That wedding.
Yes.
I see both of you before, but I've never met you.
Nikki, Miss Valerie.
Nice to meet you. Hi, Sarah. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. On 50 seconds row between 10th and 11th.
I don't understand.
I will. Yeah.
So this is my brother.
I'll just took the bus. My best is coming from Rock.
I was gonna say, I was wondering if
No. Not anymore.
not anymore.
No.
That's very sad.
Yeah, we have not because I don't
Not even your time.
It's all
I have the digital, so I need to get
And not very good.
I have not, I don't, no more Rachel Maddow.
Like, most comedic
I don't
relief.
want to know.
It's like, yes,
Somebody put together a
I'm
cruise.
missing, but.
They call it the Fast Forward Cruise. 4-year cruise. No information. Just fast forward 4 years.
I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, I heard about it. Subscribe to it. Well, like, it's free. Some of it pays. Most of it, for a lot of it's free. I send them all. I still get your time. That's the only reason. Like, oh.
Just sitting in it, like, I don't know. These were
Thank God.
Yeah, it's crazy. But already, you're getting used to it. Because, you know, I am too strong down and staying this. But I always say, I see so many I'm seeing I have no idea. Yeah, way better for it.
So,
I think, you know, this young he came upstairs to me, giving us a bottle of water out of his his t-shirt. I mean, I don't remember what it said, but it was all good. Me and Mom looked at each other and said,
I see my friends. friend that election night looked so
We see you again. The two people that work here, they moved over there. We know. We're ready when you're ready.
I was like, I'll pretend like
Yeah, what can I get for you?
honestly, I don't think anybody actually likes them that much anymore. I think it's everybody's just like kind of like.
Right?
Yeah,
And you said salad?
You know, no rigging.
Bailey also.
No
Oh
problem.
yeah, no problem. Well, so you can see, there's a way you can see the volume of searches, the search trends. And they say, the searches for how do I change my
No keys.
skyrocket the day after the election.
No cheese caps
I think a lot of people that
There you go. Yes.
I told her, there's a lot of people that are like,
medium well.
Well, we've seen him before.
And fries.
I didn't believe he was going to win.
Red wine for me. Thank you. I don't know if anyone's seen here yet. How are you?
Just cool.
Did you have a good time at the wedding? Did you have a good time at the wedding? They had when we I thought they had a combination. I thought they were more on site, but they were actually more like a wild out. So, relatively easy to get to, but not walkable. So you had it out.
I just don't know.
It might have been
Stella, that helps.
I do have your Stella. Did anybody else have your
I did.
Yeah, he was like, so we actually
The place where we got the wood block, they had one other wedding staying there that weekend. Yeah, I'm saying the place, yeah, in your place. Where we were staying, it was only like, it was only the girls in the wedding party, where I was like, us and our very close, like, and our parents, that was really about it. So then anyone else who wanted to come had to get that room block.
What I understand, the hotel was very good with actually like I know the other like they were shuttle they were like very familiar with
Did you guys have a show or did you guys drunk? Oh. Yeah, be glad you went to us today.
Thank you.
Maybe I look into that. I know, but obviously.
like this layout.
We worked so hard to make this
You're confident you're not from our wedding.
Trying to hear about
no one's
That's extreme.
Oh, right, I didn't tell you about that. So we had a drunk guy at the hotel. It was at the wrong hotel. And he passed out upstairs.
Our breakfast was like the pub for the show, and he had but instead he arrived. The Uber driver like put the F in the car and like was ready to leave. And the manager who next to him like comes out and he's like, and like we're sitting there, and so we follow her out, and we're just like, Uber driver guy, you should just go. He's just sitting at a random table, just like, I like popping him, and then he goes out and goes upstairs, starts stomping on it. It was the first time I've seen like a 37 literally walking out like he's up stomping I don't know what. But then I yelled at him because I was like, absolutely like everybody's and he had to right next to
I'm a seller, not a buyer. What's that? But he loves James. We love him.
those are way too hard. So I made up this is the craziest story I'm hearing from him. It's good you didn't know. It wasn't even your party. It was their random the other one. And so he doesn't say words until I'm like, shut up. Like, why didn't I stop? I was like, you're way too loud. Like, you're being distracted. And then he like, I'm looking at you. And then he literally head out the door. And then like walks into an empty room. Like, I was like, so I was like, that one is that room because your parents was kind of like empty at the time. Well, they had food there that day. So like,
How about surprise?
it was just an empty room. And like imagine he wakes up in the middle of the night and it's just like it's just fun night. Laying in the background.
Yeah, I got that. That's good.
She just put the ice? Yes.
Oh, let me see the picture. Do I look okay?
I got you. Is this a precursor to your wedding?
Yes. We're having stand-up comedy. I mean, actually, there might be a few who'd be down.
You might get it and not even realize.
You could at least have one like
I think that'd be awesome.
But even then, you can like have their
Let me leave.
yes.
Oh, wait.
Why wouldn't I? You guys Saturday.
Coming Saturday?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, what?
So my birthday's on Sunday, so we're gonna do a birthday Saturday night. I don't know what time, but it's Davis Buster's. It's like an arcade.
I actually know that it's like an arcade and bar. Very good.
Like years ago, somebody's birthday, I was sitting there.
I have to say, I would do anything for you except go anywhere.
Especially Midtown on a Saturday night. If I wasn't going, I always would celebrate my birthday on Saturday too. At the hotel. Moving the plate.
Your birthday's on the 17th, and he's on the 18th, and she's on the 2nd.
It's like an adult arcade. But it's like an arcade. But they have like a bar and everything. Drinks.
Do that for a
Long time. Very experienced.
Vlogger. I'm coming up the stairs, right? I open the door and go, Mom,
She had a
I know. This place is
One thing if you should have
so weird.
what did
My brother's wife is from Calgary, which also.
Oh, you're like, they always want to go to Target.
Nothing.
Very
You don't have any people like sign something, like something really but it's like they were very briefly there. Alright, no, I think no, that's great.
Have you ever seen the thing you can do, like, tell your birthday and the man, and you it just like comes up like crazy stories.
You only get one time. I'm more qualified than those. Yeah, right. How sexy the city is.
Well, I was never
That's a big piece. That's not small, but I know that's a big piece.
You're smart enough to know
It's worth a shot to look up.
Also, the military forces vaccines, they join.
Are they moving to the villages? The villages. I'm good.
Yeah, keep them all down there. Not too bad. People are allowed to have different opinions. But if you have a different opinion, you can go with
We will go.
We're gonna move this table over here.
Is it fair? It's all George. Seinfeld. It's all George.
Rebby and I put up our Christmas tree. Christmas tree?
I thought that was so funny. You're saying really? Unreal.
Like I watched that and I just like all the
It's just LA. She's the vice president. Okay.
Very quick, fast, funny, super
Horrendously.
What are $3?
It's ridiculous. And I've actually never seen she's the vice president. My friend's favorite show. She's the vice president. She's the vice president. And they never say what party she is. Yeah. And she's more like. Really, it's just there's a lot of memes going around recently. They've seen her in the show, but she finds out the last season there's like check it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So funny. They're also like 30-minute episodes. I have got I've done my like out, and I came back, and I'll show you the HBO is on my Xbox. I break my room while they're eating. And like the neighbors under, I don't know any guesses. I still have it. Yeah, and then after like 2 years, I'm like, I made it, and I added my own profile. So now there's Sky, so I know. That's amazing.
You're like, where's
Yeah. There's a woman in New Jersey. No, I like to look at my kids, make sure that I have the house.
Yeah, no, I knew it was in that.
That name is never in our house. We just can't watch there.
You see, the guy crossing the 138 or oh, got it.
Wow. Because you got a secret identity card. That's what we got to get going. Way more.
Good. Even though from work, I had to basically kind of take work that was more kind of a day off. So very quiet.
I needed to see this. There was a fast meeting this morning, but I didn't see why are you working out there? No, I am.
She's a courtroom deputy for federal government.
No, I think it was on Teams. I think they were trying to figure out what's the meeting today. In my apartment, there's like a spot where I am. Really hot. So like in the winter,
I don't like salmon that much.
although we
Ready to ask for dinner?
Become more tolerant.
I forgot what it is.
I made a new, a different living in But then it's our other families up there. We have like there's different so sort of get that way. But
You know what? Finding out more apparently
where did they get
Well, that's what I was happening. The whole story, but it's lost.
Oh my class. Sorry.
I only heard one door has been active since 2021. That's as far as to go on their But I think your version of like the tactical part is like it's listed the vision and mission, organization,
They say that every day when they walk
Or anybody else.
Yeah, you definitely need the gun.
Is that like part of like the you know, like the image?
It's about protecting your own.
Protecting your own family. Your family member is in there.
me, and I'm like,
So like, what do you talk about?
they don't have many followers. Even like,
Okay, that's a because it used to be, are you creating more teams? You guys who work to U.S. Central Academy and stuff, and the next generation is young men and Green group, so they're acting like they're military, but like without any of green group. So they get to, after Hurricane Delay, they went and they're in the
I was like, all right, you gotta have a wow. Please?
This is Alex.
This must be fake because they only have like 43 likes.
Hey, thanks for finding
You're not the only one. Sorry.
So like, no, I said I'm gonna call them at the end of after November.
Wait, 648.
648. Yeah, they all have 126.
Hey, look.
That doesn't sound that bad.
So I'm like doing the
I'm here for laughs. That's the way to go.
I was just saying, laugh as much as I hate you. Laugh as much as I hate you.
I also just came from my wrestling. It's like scaling. You got like the mindset. There's a point to master. This is what the station is doing.
It is helpful.
Good question.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
I think it's that
I don't know if you heard him last night talking about he's kind of like closed-minded and then this like this world that we live in. Somebody's like, oh, there's like I love like it's something like he's like Darth Vader's little
And you speak too.
like
You get a lot of food.
appetite.
Oh.
And then later this Darth Vader's little princess. And it was probably like I don't get it either. Tell me he's like you should be like yes, like that's really he is yeah. That's what it is. Like that's like the reading into it. It was just like, oh,
his political
because that's the whole platform. Honestly, it's genius. The whole platform is like you get whipped up in a frenzy, and then you have all these beliefs and thoughts that really don't matter. But it makes you upset because you see a man in a lady's dress and it looks a little weird. And so you make it seem so offensive. You can tell he was just like, well, actually, one of those like my advocate, something about him Remy called me on that Monday. I work at a restaurant. That's West Village. So it goes back to like history back in the day. You get to the we grew up like you could be president. That would be a family of success. Like now that's where Because those videos he has to put
pepper sauce. Something like that. A little bit of Japanese. No, it's very niche. So it's not it's trending. It's trending. It's not a new nerd restaurant.
Yeah, he had dinner with David Kanye.
He also said his strap hand with a sign. So it's South America.
I speak to a lot of tourists now. Tell the scale is very bad. Sounds like Joanne. I live in Brooklyn now.
Your body.
Sounds like most of my life is
I didn't watch it. Last thing I saw was like 36 to 6.
Relax, everybody. We're going on 5.
I had no idea they were doing vegetable games. Last season, I have a friend from South Carolina. She's like, we should all go to a game and literally buy a ticket for $1. And we're getting like tickets, trying to get people. That's how bad it's like, the Jets are bad, the Giants are bad, but these people buy tickets for a reasonable price. It's like, like tickets for $1. You can buy like lower level tickets, I think it was like $15. You're not having enough drinks, what's up? I was like, oh man, I got a weekday.
I've worked with a few partners.
We met at work, we don't go to work anymore.
Whose idea was it to open a restaurant?
Both of us, because we were both met. I was still in school, but I was bartending at an Upper East Side restaurant. So when it came in, of course. I love the foreign industry. Keep talking.
And now it's over.
And there's the
All fiction.
And I was like, oh, that's the thing. I went into this like, thank you. And they're like, oh, yeah, I'm busted. Of course, it turned out to be my husband.
My sister bought a house that's on like in Silver's
And he also, the opportunity. I don't know about you.
This guy, somebody recommended like you.
I'm currently reading Grand Writing by
And it was still was
And they were like,
And he was to make this
yeah, so like I've done 1,000. I actually social. I even did it by
and it's probably good, so that's some real, that's your
but
what are you afraid that, all of a sudden you're going to get an outlet that's going to come into your head? It was out of pretty much.
So it was like 25,000.
You're not meeting up with her before and later, like pick up some bread from the jam. There's some like quick, like, taking up Wonder Bread. Oh, okay. I mean, you guys should know the time when we got married.
Now, give a warm welcome to your host, Dylan Kraus. Yeah, okay, cool. Welcome. Get up yourself coming out tonight. Or you don't have to, I guess. Make some noise for yourself coming out tonight. I just wanted to give you an idea of what's going on and just kind of frame this a little bit. So, this venue had been a restaurant for a while, and now they're pivoting to like an entertainment. What do you point at? All right, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, just in the window.
Okay.
All right.
Someone's through the window. Ready to know. So this venue, I mean, it is a restaurant, but they're also pivoting to entertainment. The idea is that when Lady Gaga was like coming up and she was looking for little venues to perform at, she would find little places like this. So they're trying to create a space for that. So this is what you're saying. Lady Gaga comment. How you guys doing now?
Right.
All right, cool. Same here. Nice. Woo!
Great food here.
Great food. What'd you get, sir?
Chicken parm.
Chicken parm. Is that your go-to? Have you been here before?
Once or twice.
Yeah. Good chicken parm. You cleaned your plate?
Typically, I bag it to go when it's empty.
You asked for an extra one.
I'll let you work on that one. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll be thinking about that. Yeah, it's good to be here, though. I'm excited. Thank you. I hate how you kind of got to be like a little fake, though, when you meet people. You know? Like, even like saying nice to meet you is a lie. It's like, it's better than like being honest. No, you know, you can't be like, hey, I hope this is worth it. I feel like you, like, in my mind, I feel like you just say nice to meet you, and then it's okay if you like change your mind, you know? Like, this is gonna sound like a made-up story. I met this guy, and like 2 minutes into talking to me, I introduced myself, I'm like, hey, I'm Dylan, nice to meet you. And like 2 minutes in, he goes, you know what politician I'd love to throw on a wood chipper? Like, before we move forward, I just gotta retract your earlier statement. No longer nice to meet you. Alright. Hello. How are you? Oh, please. You sit wherever you want. This guy owns the place, literally. So, take your time. I feel like a lot of people do just like say stuff though, just like because they know like that's a thing you could say. You know, I was walking into the mall one time and this guy held the door for me, and I thanked him, and he goes, "Oh yeah, anytime." It's actually just gonna be this once. I just don't see this going anywhere. But people just like pick their thing. I was on the subway a couple weeks ago, and I gave my seat to an old woman on the subway, and she goes, "Thank you, I owe you one." Thank you. And this woman goes, "Thank you, I owe you one." And I'm like, why do I feel like I'm never going to be made whole in this thing? What's her plan anyway? She's going to give me her seat one day? It's not like an IOU I can cash in. You know? Like, imagine seeing me walk on the subway, just go up to some old woman, like, "Excuse me, I'll take that seat now." You owe me. Thank you for the applause for the. Anyone ever give their seat to someone on the subway?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys feel this way. It's like, it is the right thing to do, but it always feels weird when you do it. Because it's always like, you have to do it because it's a packed subway, so there's no seats. So then you just end up like swapping spots with the person. And then you're just standing over them, watching them enjoy your seat. Yeah, you like that? I left it warm for you. I'm in my 30s, and I feel like I've never gotten a whoop. She's going everything. I feel like the pressure to like settle down and like start a family is like everywhere now. Yeah, are you in your 30s?
Yes.
Dude, I feel like I don't know if you guys are you in your 30s as well? It feels like even past your security questions feel judgmental now. Because there's always one that's like, "What city did you get your spouse?" Like, don't have one. Next. What's your oldest child's name? Alright, did my mom write these questions? What street did you miss a great opportunity to purchase your first home? Jesus Christ. How many years did you work in your finance job that you never should have left? What happened to your sex drive? You should get out more. Like, that's not even a fucking question. Alright, last question. Be honest. Are you gay? This response is a 3-character minimum.
Nope.
Yeah. Then I try NOOO. I think that makes me sound gayer. You know? That sounds like I'm like, no, not gay. I dated my last girlfriend for a while actually, and then she wanted to change to an older relationship. Which, yeah, never a good time when your girlfriend's like, "You know what we need to make this relationship work? Everyone." They say it takes a village. Then anyway, we ended up breaking up, and I think the toughest part of breaking up with somebody, I think, are the reminders of that person. Like, this is a true story. Our first date was to the World Trade Center downtown, which, I don't know, gives you an idea of what I was bringing to the table romantically. And seriously, that's where we went, and then like after the breakup, I'd be on the street looking at the tower crying at times because I'd be thinking of my ex. And somebody saw me one time and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry, did you know?" It's like, well, I thought I did. She was like into body positivity kind of stuff, and she told me one time that like we're not supposed to compliment women anymore when they lose weight, and the argument is like it makes them feel insecure, like you're watching every fluctuation. And I get, that point, but at the same time, if I see somebody for the first time since you go from like 350 to 150, I'm saying something. Like, how are you gonna dance around that? What's new? Did you get a haircut? Did you get a 200-pound haircut? I feel like it's crazy that they don't want us to see the weight change. I feel like we're like running out of stuff to see. Like, because you can't see color, now they don't want us to see weight. Eventually there's going to be people who are going to be like, "What? Who's there? I only see spirits." First dates are going to turn out seances. They'll be like, look at the lights if your spirit identifies as a thick Latina mommy. Everyone's spiritual now. Everyone's spiritual? No? Yeah?
You're spiritual.
I am, but just don't tell anybody. I feel like everyone's and like I agree with the idea like behind what's meant to be is meant to be, but I feel like spirituality attracts the most annoying people because like,
Yes.
cause like it just attracts annoying people because like I ran into one of my friends and she was telling me how she met her boyfriend. she's like, I was getting a coffee with a friend, and if my friend wasn't running late, I never would have talked to the barista. And if I never talked to the barista, I never would have found my apartment. If I never found my apartment, I never would have found my boyfriend. And the whole time I'm just thinking to myself, and if you were just hit by a truck, I wouldn't have to listen to this. I just feel like I'm like a little bit stunted romantically, like how to talk to women. Because I went to a Catholic all-boys high school. It's like it was a run-of-the-mill Catholic school experience, though. You know, like we had say prayers before classes. We had to go to church. We had to go to jail. You know, there's a problem with Catholic schools when you tell somebody you went, and their first response is, "Oh, your school must have been full of pedophiles." And then I gotta defend my school. Like, no, it's just one. I'm really proud of that. When you go to a Catholic all-boys high school, though, like I got called gay a lot, and there's stuff that comes up though that it's like, I don't know, is that gay? Like, I learned that when you're having a conversation with another guy, there's no straight way to put on chapstick. Because I'm like making eye contact with my friend, I'm like, no, go on. There's also, I've been to the beach before with guy friends, and I had to apply sunscreen to my friend's back. And it's not anal sex, but it's something. It feels like you're just getting started with something, you know? I go to a gym here in the city, and guys will just walk around without towels in the locker rooms, which, Yeah? Are you working at a gym?
CrossFit New York City.
Where?
CrossFit New York City.
Okay. And no guys are letting it fly?
Always towel.
You sound very adamant about that. Well, here's my thing. Like, guys will do it, and I feel like a lot of guys, I feel like straight guys are very afraid of looking down. And I feel like that just means maybe that they're hiding something. That they're afraid of looking gay. Which is why when I'm in the locker room, I just look directly at guys' face. Just to prove I'm not gay. Sick dick, man. I live with a roommate in Brooklyn, and my roommate's parents are dead. And when you live with a roommate with dead parents, it makes it awkward, having parents. Because I'll bring up my parents, and I feel like it's just this terrible reminder. So now I don't even bring up my parents. I went to Peru with my mom last fall, and when my roommate asked who I went with, I was like, just some hoe. Real daddy. I'm from Long Island, actually, and I go home a good amount. And I was just at the train station. I saw this guy wearing a lanyard around his neck that said, "Please be patient, I have autism." And I think it's smart because you don't, know that somebody has autism by looking at it. You might get frustrated with their behavior or something. I feel like everyone's got something though. I feel like everyone should wear a lanyard. Explaining what's going on with you. It'd be helpful if someone had a lanyard that said "Please be patient, I was raised Irish Catholic." Please be patient, I was breastfed until I was 4. I think mine would just say, "Please be patient, I'm from Long Island." Someone's making some adjustments. You guys are fun though. You guys seem ready for a good show. Yeah. I'll leave you with this. So I mentioned I'm single now, and it's one time I had sex though. That's it. I was going to go it was the first time I had hooked up with somebody in a while, and it reminded me what I did miss about sex. It's the planking you gotta do. Holding a push-up position. Dude, this girl says she wanted to have sex with me, but really she meant get on top of me and do CrossFit. You know, it's not a turn on to a girl when she sees your arms trembling. Like it was like you're in danger, right? And it's only a problem for dudes too, because when women are on top, they don't have to hold themselves up. They can kind of sit up there if they want, rock around. That's my impression of a girl having sex with me. Anyway, so I had to end the sex because I was dying. So I faked finishing. Like women fake finishing because the guy's not getting the job done. Men fake finishing because they're about to have a heart attack. But when I faked it, I made it believable, and I did my usual. And I was like, hey, I'm getting close. And then I went, Arriba! All right, you guys ready for a great show? All right, make some noise to keep it going to the next comic, Jason Toy. Oh, okay. This guy gave up on me already. You didn't want to hear it. Sorry for how close my head is to this fucking thing. If that bothers you, then just close your eyes for about 15 minutes. It'll be okay. How are we doing? I feel like this guy, his neck is not able to look at me. He's like, I can't already. Just, yeah, sick neck. All right. Sorry, that was not a great way to start with you guys, apparently. I should have done something a little bit more charming. We love you. I felt premature, too. All right. Are we doing good? Yeah, okay. Good. Some of you may have noticed that I'm a giant fucking Asian guy. Do we need to talk about that, or? Yeah, I think I might skip it. Just for tonight. This feels like intimate and we're like friends. You guys can see me as a human, right? Right. That's fun. So we have some Asians in here. Yeah, good team.
Where? Where are you from?
What? Where am I from? Oh my God, you did it wrong. I'm just kidding. No, that's fun. It's funny how like you know, people tell me to go back to China. There used to be like a racial discrimination thing. Now it sort of just sounds like sound advice.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened in about 2 weeks, but all the old weird Asian racism just sounds like good advice now. Like, do you know Kung Fu? I should probably learn. You're right, actually. We got, yeah, I don't know, the Asian racism stuff. It's interesting. I don't know if we have the best slurs in the world, like, just in terms of quality. You know, like Chinaman, that's not that good. Like, let me ask you this, why is Chinaman racist, but then Chinatown? 100% fine, we're going to go with that forever. Some guy's like, hey, Chinaman, go back to Chinatown. You tell me that's only 50% racist? Okay, how about this? Why is China man racist, but then halal guys? Is it business? I don't know. It's like weird racism grammar rules.
They have ownership.
They have ownership over it? You guys didn't heckle Dylan. Is it because I started too quietly that now everybody's like getting restless? That's all right. You want to do it? Who else has trouble public speaking? They want to get a shot to talk to the room. I can just be here. That's what you guys want. I like this area. This area. I'm gonna stand here. How's this? Is this a better angle for everybody? It's a safer angle. What does that mean? He winked at me nefariously. That was kind of scary. So are we doing all right? How are we doing?
We're good.
Yeah, man.
Hanging in.
Hanging in there. It's been a weird week for sure. You know, I woke up Wednesday, you know, I was like standing naked in front of the mirror. And I was like, look at this semi-obese, Shrek-looking man. You know, just horribly addicted to online poker, rapidly circling the drain of debt, barely talk to women. If only Kamala had won. Things would be so no. A lot of people cried on that day, you know. That's if you cried on that day, that's a good way to tell me that you came from a good family. You know what I'm saying? that shows me, because if you've had an out-of-pocket relative, like a drunk aunt that drives into small businesses, like the first time it happens, you're like, oh my God, is everybody okay? By the third time, you're like, all right, fuck it, I'll get my jacket. All right, we're eating. It's a nice Italian restaurant. You guys know that I actually know all the Italian foods? Yeah. You know, like mozzarella cheese, it's just mozzarella. You know, capicola is just capicola. All you gotta do is take off the last little bit. You know? Like I was at a restaurant. I was like, hey, no, let me get a spaghetti and meatball. I'm gonna just transition to dumb food shit, you know, 'cause it feels like we're mixed on the political stuff. I could do sex jokes too. You want to do some sex?
Yeah.
Let's do sex.
Safe bet.
Safe bet. I like this. This is a horny crowd. That's what we need in this nice, sensual Italian restaurant. Oh yeah, eat that spaghetti stuff. Eat that spaghetti. That's right. Nice call. Oh man. All right. So I should have. Okay. I'm 6'9". That's how tall I am. Yeah, thanks. Fun fact about being 6'9", actually incredibly bad for 69. I don't know if you guys yeah, that's not doing that much. You odd at that.
So that one coming.
Saw that one coming?
That's what she said.
Really? You think that? Yeah. What's your name, my man?
Need to know basis. Sorry.
Need to know basis. Why did you guys owe it that? That was like badass.
No, we felt like it.
Huh?
We just felt like it.
I like this crowd, man. We're just not taking shit from no one. You guys are like, I ate my Italian food. I don't have to listen to you, fuck. I like that attitude. People are like rowdy in here, man. It's like an angst, you know?
General rage.
Yeah,
Yes,
right?
rage.
Rage. How do you convert rage into love? That's my question. Huh?
Good question.
3 beers.
Beer, sex,
Sex.
porn, drugs, constantly escaping, running from our problems. Right? Sometimes we just gotta head it on. Not me though. I'm gonna keep smoking weed. But somebody's gotta attack the issue at some point, you know. I think the issue is actually, when I think about it, I think it's our fault, like us young people, you know, because you see a lot of people blaming older folks, but who gave them the Wi-Fi? You know what I'm saying? Who gave them that access? Who did?
No,
Yeah.
we did. We did.
God damn it, just let me do the bits. You ever heard of an improv concept called yes and? Yeah. What was I going to talk about? Yeah, we all remember the exact moment, you know? Your older relative calls, there's no hello. I can't log in. And then it's like this weird reverse parent-child thing, you know, where like the more frustrated you get, the stupider they get. You know? Just hit a submit button. Ah! And they're like, well, what's a button? I don't know what a button is. And it takes like 45 minutes. By the end of it, you have an Indian accent. And you think nothing go wrong. You think nothing could go wrong. And then 3 weeks later, they're like, I'm an expert in Israel-Palestine. You're like, what the fuck are you? They're like, I think I know how to solve immigration. You couldn't even solve picking out 3 bicycles from the capture. I don't. I love cooking shows. Go back to food. You ever notice whenever like they're using like spinach in a dish, they always gotta say the same thing? They're like, I know this looks like a lot of spinach, but it's gonna wilt down. As if I'm like sitting at home like, oh, that's way too much spinach! You still gotta put chicken in there. How's he gonna fit the chicken? What else did I got? I was thinking about this. You know, the tacos, they were called Wackos. We'd be eating them on Wednesday. All right. Some of this shit's just dumb, you know? I'm not quite finding the midpoint, I think, in my acts between political shit and dumb shit, and I'm starting to see the effects of that. It's been nice, though. We traveling, everybody? Everybody been traveling, though?
Woo! I'm flying to China tomorrow morning. Nice.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Nice. Have fun. Yeah, where are you going?
Shanghai.
Shanghai. That's very nice. What are you going to do? What are you, like, planning on doing over there?
I own a company over there. I'm going to check on my team.
Oh, you're going to check out your team?
Yeah.
When's the last time
Make
you
sure
saw
they're
your
working.
team? That sounded weird. I have a group of Chinese guys in a shipping container sewing bags. I'm gonna make sure they're all still alive. That's fun, man. You guys New Yorkers?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. You guys been running into this? What was funny about that?
That was a good call.
Oh, okay. Nice. I like that. You're like looking at my act on a meta level. You know?
I got your back.
I appreciate that, my man. Good to know. You guys been running into this shit as New Yorkers where like you talk to your non-New York people and they only got like passive aggressive shit to say about living in the city. You know, they're like, is it safe? I don't think I could live there. It's so cramped. How do you live there? I mean, don't you live in a shoebox? I mean, how much do you pay in taxes? I mean, why would you live there, you piece of shit? Whoa, what is this energy? Back to your house. You don't see me like coming to the suburbs like, oh, the one Thai restaurant everyone has to pretend is the best. It's crazy, you know? The subway, my God, it's so dangerous. Isn't the subway dangerous? How about driving 90 miles per hour every morning and afternoon? That's just leave my city alone. That's my point. I love New York City.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Because a lot of people have complaints about New York City, but they don't realize that all those complaints, that's actually the glue. Because in New York City, it doesn't matter what you look like, because you look traumatized. Be Asian, black, white, we're all paying way too much for something. A lot of people disagree on shit, obviously we all know that. But I'll tell you what, you put those people who disagree in the same subway car as a guy taking a shit. Okay, you will watch those differences converge. As they work together to open the door. Well, the subway is kind of interesting, you know. I was down there a couple of weeks ago, and in front of me there was like two Chinese guys, and then there was like this old homeless guy. Like, some of the old homeless guys are going wild. Like, oh, you Chinese motherfucker! Like that, right? And it was so abrupt like that, I was thinking about to start laughing. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, I'm in this. But then he said, like, do a thing. He goes, you guys are the worst. They always standing there, assessing me. And I was like, whoa, assessing, what does that mean? Okay, I thought of a theory. Like, this is my theory. Like, these are Asian eyes, right? You can see this. I think he thinks we're doing like this. You know, like all day, every day, nonstop. I'm like, I know they're squinty, but it isn't scrutiny, you know? And I'll tell you what, this moment, like, racial unity happens. Me and the two Chinese guys, nobody said a word to the homeless guy. We all walked together to the end of the platform. We got to the end, the two Chinese guys were like, so, what's your assessment? And I was like, the subject may have ascertained the truth, but he poses no threat to the plan. And then you all bowed. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's an interesting thing. What to leave you guys with? Sorry, Miss, that I ruined 15 minutes of your life, but yeah, let's think about this. Isn't it weird it's called AIDS and it doesn't help? Isn't that like the best name you could? Alright, that's enough for that. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been a pleasure. Alright, everybody. Get up, Joanne Trattoria again. Alright, we're going to take a 10-minute intermission and give you an opportunity to order more drinks and whatever you want, and I'll be back in 10. Does that sound good? Yeah. All right.
How's everybody doing? Having a good time? Yeah. All right. That's what it's all about. What? You feel better when you feel crappy.
That's what it's called. And I'm like, I think they probably, yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe you feel better on the back of, you know, I don't know, like, it's like,
Yeah, it's not like I'm
My grandmother was supposed to come like 2 weeks ago, but he says he's in Florida. This is my grandma. Memphis, Tennessee.
But we're like,
He's teaching. He's like 7. Here's her at like 5. Yeah, I mean, he was dancing to so he had a really good especially there, a lot of people.
Like working with everyone, like workflow. Now there's so many people who are like, you're just me, and like, it was tell other people about this, you know, because everybody's like, I see.
Just some weird shit. I don't think he had. I think he really thought that.
Like, here's how we're gonna do it now.
He could still be on his
I don't know, maybe the fact that he's getting paid more than me. I feel like he has more than
He can afford to go in this. And I think it's still he didn't have a plan. One of my regulars, kind of I mean,
but there were like 70 people.
Yeah, but she even thought that people could You're like, you're the one that worked at the smart men. Like, you have money, please. When I was working, meanwhile, like catering
Where I'm like, that's for the day. No, that's the
we go home, do you want to get dropped off? Drop you off.
Alright, maybe we'll just leave it at the house.
shirt.
I just keep like hard back
You only came part there like the sun. Stop it.
People tell you.
This world is just perpetuating. So you have to understand.
I often have that feeling that I constantly but it's also like you work for but in your office, 10 years ago when I started, 15 years ago, I used to have offices. I think looking at you, but I should just really enjoy
All right, everybody, you ready to start moving? Yeah. Make some noise for yourself.
like additional.
You guys refill? You're with you guys. I'm actually running sober. Just right now. What? That's what. Here's the. I stopped drinking for like a month, and then like I just never went back to it. And my friends now, like when they'll like throw me people. They're like, well, what if Obama wanted to get a beer with you? Like, would you get a beer with Obama? He's like the man. Like, you realize I stopped drinking because I thought it was the best thing for me, right? Not because I couldn't find a cool enough dude to drink with. The next thing I'm looking at my group of friends, be like, no, you were worth it. I'll drink if I can find drag in anyway just because you admire somebody. I don't think. You know, like, imagine how freaked out Obama would be if he was like, oh, so is Guinness always your go-to beer? And I was like, oh no, it's actually my first drink in 9 years. I'm doing it for you. Thanks for loving my first. Alright guys, that was a quick one to get you guys warmed up for the second half. But you guys excited? Thank you. Make some noise for your next comic, Caroline. Hey!
Hello. How are we doing?
Yeah.
Good. It's nice in here. I'm good. My parents just got divorced. Just happened like 19 years ago. Just working through that still. Do we have children of divorce in here?
Yeah.
You? Okay. Just like to know where the hoes are at. Good. My parents, after they got divorced, my dad got remarried and he had more kids. So now I have these really young half-siblings. I have a 7-year-old half-brother. And our age difference is so big, he doesn't even understand what my relationship to him is.
How big?
I mean, I'm 26. He's 7, so that's pretty big. He looks at me, he's like, okay, I have a mom, I have a dad, and then I have a lady that gets drunk at my birthday party. She broke the slip and slide. He doesn't even really know what the definition of a half sibling. He introduces me to people and he makes it sound so dark. He's like, this is my sister. Kind of. We have the same dad, but her mom is someone else. It makes it sound like my dad killed a hooker. And he didn't. Kids that age are just funny because they almost seem like real full people, and then you realize they don't know how to have a conversation. Like one time I was having lunch with him and I ate a strawberry, and then he goes, "But I thought you liked blueberries." He got me, you know. I like both, but he had so much anger behind it. I was like, wait till this kid finds out people are bisexual. He's gonna lose his mind. I have a 10-year-old brother as well, and yep, half brother. Yes, good job, keep it up. It's gonna be a quiz at the end. I appreciate it. Anybody in here have a kid around 10 years old? Anybody deal with that? No? Okay, good. I hate them. It's my least favorite age of kid, because it's like they're at this age where they go to school and they learn all these irrelevant facts. And then they act like I'm stupid, but I don't know it. Like every time I go home and see my little brother, he says some shit like, did you know a loggerhead sea turtle is the largest hard-shelled turtle in the ocean? And I'm just like, what? Stop talking to me. And then he's just like, this bitch doesn't know shit about marine life. And it's not fair. It reminds me of that show. Did you guys ever watch that show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Yeah. Okay, I think what that show needs is a second round where they turn around on the kids. It's like, okay, what's a rim job? Was it a sentence, baby? Can an antibiotic do you take for gonorrhea of the throat? Stuff we all know. Alright, are we Apple people or Android people in here? Apple. Okay, is that one loud and proud Android in the middle? Everybody get it! I'm Apple, but I might switch. I don't know. I'm kind of pissed at Apple right now. I had to go to the Genius bar recently because my MacBook broke. And the geniuses were just like mocking me for how old my laptop was. It was a 2018 MacBook. They kept calling it vintage. I feel like they kind of set their employees up for an ego trip by calling it the Genius Bar. I would think pretty highly of myself if I worked at like the Tight Pussy Palace. It's also like, you think the world's geniuses are here? You think it's like Harvard, MIT, Times Square, Apple Store? No, I'm bitter because they were giving me so much shit for not taking good care of my laptop. The E key fell off years ago. I just never replaced it. You could still write E's, you just had to like press really hard in the place where the E key was. Usually I was too lazy, so I would just write without E's. My emails were just mails. I was like, oh, this must not find you bull. Not a good situation. And they couldn't fix it, so then they started trying to sell me a new one. And my genius kept trying to upsell me on more RAM. Joke's on him, you can't sell RAM to someone who doesn't know what RAM is. He was like, you're gonna want the maximum RAM. I was like, okay, I have a boyfriend. That sounds painful. Thank you, genius. I just started reading a self-help book. Yeah, it was gifted to me. I thought that was rude. It's called self-help. I was like, okay, nerds, I'll read your book. Better be a story about vampires that fuck. No, it's not that kind of book. It's mostly just about how our experiences as children shape our behavior as adults. Which it's like, yeah, we know. I get it. If my mom cut the crust off my sandwiches, I wouldn't be slutty. I'm tired of it. I feel like every self-help book just tries to find a different way to say our parents messed us up. Like this one, it keeps talking about how some parents will kind of like lean on their children emotionally, almost treat them as partners, which is a perfectly good way to say it, how I say it. But instead, this book chooses to call it emotional incest. Right? I don't think we can do that. I don't think you can just take an adjective and put it in front of the word incest and then have it mean not incest. That'd be like, I'm at Trader Joe's and I bump my cart into someone else's and they're like, grocery rape. Do that. I'm worried we're gonna lose the oomph of the word incest. We lose words all the time. Do you guys notice that? We lost bitch. Bitch means nothing now. You call a girl bitch, she's like, yes. Oh, and then you have bad morals. Like if we're not careful in a few years, people are going to walk around in tank tops bedazzled with incest. Incest slay. It's giving first cousin. That's what I worry about. Okay, that's all my incest material. You can all take a deep breath. One of my friends, she just had a baby with her cousin. But she did have a baby. She's interesting. She has gotten a lot more religious ever since she had the kid. Like she told me that having a baby made her believe in God, which I think is cool, and I'm happy for her. But I don't get that at all. I feel like if I had a kid, I could never be religious again. Because like if I made a baby, I'd be like, oh, I'm God. Isn't that what God? If I'm making the people, what's he doing? Just search groups? Or? It really wouldn't impress me the same way anymore. I'd be like, oh, you made Adam and Eve? Cool, I made Gavin. What's the big deal? Most of my friends don't have babies yet. They're still in the streets. We have girls in the streets here. One girl in the streets. Lonely woman in the streets. It's much less fun when it's one. And we're just worried. Yeah. It's like 6, it's like, woo! If it's 1, she might be abducted. I love girls. I'm definitely a girl's girl. Thank you. Yeah, you're a girl's girl as well. Good. I've noticed something lately though. I feel like something kind of weird is happening with girls lately. Like, I feel like we're all trying to be like bad, but a lot of us are just being bad. Like the other day, my friend showed me this dick pic that some guy sent her. And I was like, why would you show me that? She was like, I don't know, men are trash. I was like, yeah, but that's her husband. And then I saw a girl on the subway. She was wearing a shirt. It was like a cute baby pink tank top. And It said, "I heart making boys cry." And that's a cute shirt. But that shirt in reverse would be crazy. If I saw a guy wearing a shirt that said, "I heart making girls cry," I'd be like, "Why's my dad here?" Weird. I was thinking about like what that shirt would look like, an "I heart making girls cry" shirt. That'd be a wife beater. Yeah. All right, I didn't name the shirt. I've been thinking about that a lot. Isn't it crazy we just have a shirt called a wife beater? Who named? Some guy was like, today I'm gonna wear my wife beater top, my gang raper pants. That's crazy. I feel like I'm at the age where all of a sudden, like, half my friends are doing ultra marathons and the other half are doing cocaine. And they both look at each other like, "God, I can't believe you do that to your body." There's no in between. I don't do either one, except for coke. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sometimes I send nudes to refugees.
All right.
Just trying to help. Getting support from my one girl in the streets. Check this out. No, I haven't in a while, but I have in my life sent nudes. And sometimes I think about that and I'm worried, you worry that they'll leak. But when I really think about it, I don't think I would care if I had a nude leak, because it's like, oh no, everyone's seen me naked from a flattering angle that I chose. I took 47 pictures, that was the best one. Yeah, tweet it. It's also like nowadays, if you have a nude leak, you can just be like, no, that's AI. My nipples are way more symmetrical. I don't know what that is. I'm jealous of men. I feel like you don't have to worry about your nude leaking if you're a guy. Like, who's gonna leak a guy's nude? Unless you're like Justin Bieber. I think you have to be famous and then your dick can be famous. But just if a regular guy says his nude leaked, I think that just means it got sent on a mass email by him on purpose. That's pretty much what that means. So that's a nice thing about being a guy. But I love being a girl, actually. I think there's so many great things about being a woman. One of the best things, I think, is you only get your period once a month. But you can say you have your period whenever you want. You guys, are we doing this? It's your period, Make it your own. Nobody verifies it, okay? And if they do, you win automatically. The only thing worse than faking a period is fact-checking a period. There's no legal way. Sometimes I'll like make up a symptom that's not even associated with periods. Like, sorry, can't help you guys move. I've got period foot. Works. But this one I know that blue balls probably aren't real. I'm scared to say that out loud sometimes. I don't know. I don't have balls. Maybe blue balls are real. But I just think it's pretty convenient to have a condition that can be cured with a blowjob. There's nothing else like that. I don't get to be like, oh, my carpal tunnel's acting up. Eat me out to completion. A little bit suspicious. It was a crazy week last week with the election. I'm not going to talk politics, but just on a personal note, my dad called me on Wednesday morning after the election, and he was like, I think you need to stock up on Plan B. Something about the phrase "stock up." I was like, he thinks I'm having unprotected sex in bulk, Costco style. And he was like, no, I told your sister the exact same thing. I don't believe he said it in the same way. Because she's like really responsible and monogamous. So I I feel like at most he called her and he was like, yeah, maybe pick up a plan B if you get a chance. He calls me, he's like, grab as many as you can carry. See if you can borrow a truck. I'm gonna be fine. I have an IUD, so okay. Do people have them in them? You got okay. Can sync up. I used to have the copper IUD until I made the mistake. One day I was like, I should figure out what it's actually doing in there. So I started Googling, and it turns out the entire science behind the copper IUD is just that sperm don't like copper. That's the whole thing. I read like 10 scientific papers on this. The gist of all of them is just like, yeah, sperms don't fuck with copper. They just get in there and they're like, yeah, this pussy tastes like penny. It's gross. That's the whole thing. So that's scary. Because what if you get the one sperm that's like quirky? He's a freak for copper. He gets in there, he's like, I love this shit. And then if you get pregnant, it's the sperm, like the baby from that sperm. Definitely gonna be a weird fucking kid. Sucking pennies up his butt. Alright, you guys have been so great.
Caroline, everybody, let her hear it. Alright, let's keep the show going. You guys ready for your headliner? Yeah! Alright, you seen your headliner on Letterman. Make some noise for Brian Scott Bennett.
For everybody, what a show. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Hey. What a crowd. Oh, yeah. What a night. This is awesome, folks. How you feeling? You good? Yeah. Let's take this party down a notch. You guys sound amazing. It's a thrill to be here. I could not be more excited. I can tell. Yes, this is a dream come true for me. I'm very thrilled. I'm overjoyed. My agent said, Brian, you've been on the Letterman show, you've been on the Craig Ferguson show, you've been on Comedy Central. Would you like to work like the Hollywood Bowl in LA or Caesar's Palace in Vegas? I said, no. Is there an Italian restaurant somewhere in the Lincoln Square area? Possibly with a fake fireplace? That I could work at. He said, I don't think I can do it. I said, make some calls. I said, do whatever you have to do. Pull some strings, call in some favors. I don't want to work some enormous arena somewhere where people are doing the wave and chanting my name. Okay? I want something that's more like an AA meeting. Okay? I love, this is one of my first places I've ever worked as a comedian where the brick wall is on the other side. You know what I mean? They had no brick wall here. I thought that was funny. You guys did. Okay, so I'd like to thank the Make-A-Wish Foundation for making this dream a reality. This is a dream come true for me. I'm looking at they're covering everything here. They got the American flag, the Italian flag, and the rainbow flag. Okay, they got everything. That's awesome. That's New York. That's what I love about the Upper West Side. Very open. Yeah, we have the big gay ice cream shops. Have you been there? It's called the Big Gay Ice Cream Shop. That's right. It's called the Big Gay Ice Cream Shop. That's how open New York City is, because if you don't like that, you can go right across the street to the heteronormative macaroon parlor. Okay? Everyone is happy. That's the kind of thing about New York. It's very gay friendly. We have the Gay Pride Parade, and my favorite people to watch during the Gay Pride Parade are not the people marching. It's the cops. The New York cops always have that look on their face. It's a lot of mixed feelings on the faces of those cops. Like they can't decide whether it was worth it to get paid time and a half for this assignment. You know what I mean? They've got that look on their face like, oh, geez, I can't believe I'm doing this again. You know? I thought when my grandfather was a cop, my uncle was a cop, I thought I'd be bringing in bad guys. You know what I mean? And mobsters. Look at me now. I'm escorting some guy in fishnets and pumps. You know, dressed as Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, you know, wants to press assault charges because he says his Dominican lover tried to rip his nipple ring off on the airplane. What am I doing with my life? You know what I mean? Anyway, whatever. See,
some of my best jokes are written up here. By the way, because you don't even have to write jokes in New York City. New York City writes the jokes for you. Did you know that? That's the coolest thing about New York. I could walk down the street and somebody will say something hilarious I could never come up with. That's what I love about New York. I was at 72nd and Broadway, and I'm not making this up. Right across the street, this is what a guy yelled out of nowhere. I'm a black man who wants a falafel. I couldn't write that. If I sat at a computer for 6 months, I would never come up with I'm a black man who wants a falafel. That is hilarious. Seriously. I don't know what happened at the beginning of that conversation, okay? I don't know how it ended. I'm just glad that Martin Luther King had a bigger dream than that guy. That is a man with a very limited view of what's possible in America. Can you imagine Martin Luther King had just settled for like hummus? All of history would have been different. It's very sad. People say hilarious stuff. You just have to open your ears. Like I was at the Kennedy Airport, okay, and I'm at Kennedy Airport, okay. I'm at Kennedy Airport. Okay? I asked the guy who worked there. I said, "Is there a bathroom around here?" And the guy goes, "You want the closest one?" I said, "Is there a bathroom around here?" The guy goes, "You want the closest one?" Which is really funny because I had never considered any other criteria. Do I want the closest bathroom? Yeah. I think something nearby. I'm not shopping for ambiance right now. Okay? Location. Usually one of the most important features I do look for in a bathroom. What the hell is that? The closest bathroom? No, man, I kind of like to drag out the discomfort as long as I can. Do you have anything with a cab ride? A connecting flight required? You know? So many people take the first bathroom that comes along, but I like to shop around. Okay? It's a big decision, and I'd like to see a sampling of your finest bathrooms before I make my final selection. You know? I love when you get a weird question like that. The cops pull you over. You ever get this one? The cops say, "Do you know why I stopped you?" I love that. The cops say, "Do you know why I stopped you?" I'm always like, "Well, I got some suspicions, man, but I'm not going to help you crack this case." What are we, partners now? When did this become training day, you know? Like, I'll tell you what, brother, why don't we split up? I'll follow up on some leads, and we'll meet back here and compare notes tomorrow. How about that? Because the people that are getting these jokes, explain them to the people. Some of you are not on the page here. I don't know what's happening, but you need to pull your, we got a lot of, whatever. Anyway, you know why I stopped you. I don't know, because you didn't have the guts to stand up to your old man and become the artist you really wanted. Hey, don't give me attitude. He opened the floor to questions, you know? And then the cops always go, "Are you a wise guy?" They say that. They go, "Are you a wise guy?" So I gotta be like, "Well, I'm not Mr. Miyagi or anything. I'm not Obi-Wan, but yeah, I'm pretty intuitive. What problem are you wrestling with?" And the guy's like, "What are you, some kind of comedian?" I'm like, "No, professional." Okay? And then the cops always say this. They always go, "Well, then tell me a joke." They always do that. They always do that. They go, "Tell me a joke." So I gotta be like, "All right, fine. Let me see. How many cops does it take to screw up a traffic stop?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "Did you call for backup?" He said, "No. 1." Anyway, so I'm in jail. You didn't think that story was going to end happily, did you? You know what I mean? People freak out nowadays. Everyone wants to fight with you, even your friends. I have a problem. Your friend goes, "Oh, would you like me to play devil's advocate?" "Yeah, you want me to play devil's advocate?" "Yeah, you know what really helped me in this situation? If I knew what Satan's perspective was." You know what I mean? Whenever I'm in a jam, I want to know, what would the Prince of Darkness's take be here? You know, what would Hitler do? That's what I want to know, okay? Okay, that joke was much better than you guys gave it credit for. don't want to tell you your business, but I'm a professional here, okay? I know you eat a lot, and you don't want to freaking expend much energy, but step it up. But anyway, and some people come to comedy shows nowadays, they don't even want to laugh at all. Isn't that an intriguing strategy? Okay? There's always people sitting out there with this face, you ain't gonna make me laugh. No way, son. This face don't go to Chuckle Junction. Yeah, you done took the wrong date to the rodeo tonight, son. I'm your worst nightmare. I paid top dollar and I have no intention of enjoying myself. This self-defeating masochistic stuff about. I'm going to a comic show later, I ain't going to laugh. That's how I roll. Okay? I'm a rebel, man. I'm going to go to a restaurant later. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go a movie and not watch. No, I buy a ticket, but I put on headphones and face the wall. They can't throw me out. I'm going to go to an all-you-can-eat place. I'm only going to eat some of what I can eat. They can't make me eat all. I ain't eating all. I'm just eating some. Then I'm gonna hire a hooker. We're just gonna talk. Okay? No. You keep your clothes on, Desiree. We got something real kinky tonight, baby. Yeah, tell me about your dreams, Angel. I'm just saying, people. And I asked the woman who was with the guy. I said, "Hey, why isn't he laughing?" And she said, "He doesn't laugh. He has no sense of humor." She said, "He has no sense of humor." I said, "You brought him to a comedy club?" She said, yeah, he has no sense of humor. And I was like, "Lady, if you brought him to a comedy club, you have no sense of direction. You don't take a guy with no arms to a petting zoo. Okay? I know, it's offensive, right, sir? It's disgusting. Don't do that. Don't do it, sir. I agree with you, okay? He's not going to enjoy it. It makes all the animals uncomfortable. The llama's like, that guy rubs me the wrong way. And it's disgusting, you know what I mean? And then people get offended by jokes, sir. They get offended, sir. A woman came up to me, she saw me do that joke. She goes, "I have a disabled child at home, and I didn't think that joke was funny." And I said, "Well, that's why I did it here and not at your place." And if you don't tell him, I won't. And she was like, "Well, what if there were people without arms in the audience? How do you think they would react?" I said, "Well, they wouldn't be applauding." They wouldn't be applauding. Because they wouldn't. Anyway, I'm just saying. I'm making sure you guys are awake. But, I'm just saying it's very important. People are angry. Everybody's on edge, Then you go to a bar, you want to drink. But I don't drink. I'm Irish. I come from a long line of Irish alcoholics. And so whenever I go to a bar, I don't drink. They don't like that. Especially in an Irish pub. They freak out at you if you don't drink, right? I'm Irish, and they really don't take offense to that. The guy's like, "You want to drink?" I was like, "I don't drink." And the bartender's like, "What the hell do you mean you don't drink?" "You know where the hell you are, son. This is an Irish pub, boy. Let me tell you something, sonny. My family didn't blow their own arms off in an IRA bombing. They went wandering perverse in a ginger ale, you filthy bastard." Okay? "What the hell do you mean you're not drinking? How'd you like it if I had sex with you in front of your grandparents?" Why is that an option? Here I'm missing, That's New York, You see something new in New York all the time, you know what I mean? I was on the train, and no one asked for money on the train. We didn't have any that was weird, right? It was during the pandemic. Remember the pandemic? Nobody was riding the train. Nobody was here. I was here. Nobody was here. Nobody riding the train. Nobody asking for money on the train. Nobody. I was on the train. Nobody asked for money. That never happened. So you know what I did? I stood up and asked for money. When New York needed me, I stepped up. Okay? And you know what? And usually there's so many people asking for money, and I can't support everyone. Every time I get a drink, "Can I have money? Can I have money? Can I have money?" I'm like, "Hey guys, I already got a blind veteran, 2 dance groups, and a mariachi band on my payroll. The corporation is cutting back." Okay. By the way, speaking of that, if anybody here plays the drums. And this is a public service announcement. If anybody plays the drums, or you know somebody that does, and they are considering the Subway as a possible performance venue, can I speak for all of New York and urge you to reconsider? I hate to say this, but if there's one thing we do not need more of on the subway, it's migraine-inducing sound input. Okay? Trust me. between the colicky babies and the rambling homeless people and the screeching trains, nobody is thinking, you know what? I wish we had a percussion section. Yeah, a drum solo would really hit the spot right now. You know, where's Sheila E. when you need her? You know? It's like every time, and every time I get a train, something new. I had a, oh, this is great. This is awesome. I had a skeptical panhandler. I didn't even know how to describe this. This is great. This guy just gets on a train, looks around, he goes, oh, nobody got $1? Right, nobody $1, which is an interesting approach. You question the honesty of your target audience. Seriously, I wanted to give that guy $1 just for originality. But on the New Yorker, and we do not give money easily to panhandlers, it's not because we're mean, it's not because we're cheap, we're just very picky, we're choosy as New Yorkers. You have to be, because we're here so many, we see it all, you have to be really good, because this is the Olympic Village of panhandlers. The brightest come here to fly their wares. You better bring your A game, okay? Because we're very picky. You can always spot tourists. People from out of town, they're really nice, they're not jaded yet. A guy got on a train with crutches asking for money, and these people next to me from out of town, I could tell right away. They're like, oh, we should help this guy. And I'm like, relax, it's New York. Something better is on the way. New Yorkers like crutches? Are you shitting me? This is amateur hour. Top, there's 2 stops. I'm telling you right now. Hold out, okay? And then a guy got on a train in a wheelchair asking for money, okay? And then a guy with no legs in a wheelchair asking for money. And then a guy with no arms and no legs in a wheelchair. And I'm still not giving him money. That's how high my standards are. Okay? You know, that's when it hits me. What the hell? What am I become? You know what I mean? What am I waiting for? Like a collarbone on a skateboard has to be like, this guy, yeah, we should help this guy. You know what I mean? Let's get this dude a central nervous system. You know what I mean? Totally let himself go. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. JFK is like such a. You've been there? You know, I think I know why they named it Kennedy Airport. Because every time I go there, I want to shoot someone in the head. But anyway. Big Kennedy Airport fans. I know, I love Kennedy. Oh, what's your favorite turtle? I like 4. It's a nightmare. You know what I love about the airline experience? I love that we're still taking our shoes off. Okay? Yeah, we're still taking our shoes off, sir. We're still taking our shoes off. We're still taking our shoes off at the airport. Meanwhile, Boeing's doors are flying off their airplanes. People are focused on the wrong shit here, guys. Okay? Unless you're using my shoelaces to tie the doors on. Until you can keep your doors from flying off, I keep my Skechers on. Okay? This is the kind of stuff that annoys me. It doesn't bother anybody else. Like, stuff like that happens to me all the time. Like, I went to Starbucks and I ordered coffee, and the woman said this. She goes, oh, we're making it now. We just ran out. We need about 5 to 8 minutes. We're brewing the coffee. Yeah, we just ran out. Yeah, we just ran. We need about 5 to 8 minutes. Okay? Yeah, we need about 5 to 8. We just ran out. We're brewing it now. I'm going to say this again because I don't think you guys are grasping the English. They didn't have the coffee ready at Starbucks. They were thrown by my coffee order. Apparently, a lot of people had gone to Starbucks that day and ordered coffee, and this was not a scenario that they had anticipated. Okay? Management had not gamed this out. They were thrown for a loop. They were flabbergasted and caught flat-footed by my coffee order. Okay? The woman, I said, you don't have coffee? Well, she goes, well, we have coffee. It's just not made yet. And I said, yeah, I have coffee at home. It's not made yet either. That was the whole point of coming here. I thought you might have gotten to this before I arrived. I didn't always be your own barista day here at Starbucks. Okay? They have no coffee, sir. There was no freaking coffee. You guys don't give a shit. It's unbelievable. There's no coffee. Okay? What the hell are you supposed to say? They don't have coffee at Starbucks. I'm like, all right, I'll just have the swordfish then. What's the point? If you guys They're out of coffee. You know what I mean? It's like Taco Bell out of tacos. Does Burger King have no burgers? I didn't want to know what's going on at Hooters. Sir, there was no coffee. I'm just saying, that's a little, whatever. Anyway, these are the kind of things that annoy me. I don't even know. I just keep, I'm just bothered by things that are just very, this is my job. I think about these things so you guys don't have to. Okay? Because I'm annoyed by, thank you. Yeah, because I hope you're enjoying everything that's going on. Doesn't it feel like nothing makes sense anymore in our planet anymore? It feels like we're in the last season of America the sitcom. Okay? The writers are running out of ideas. Okay? The plots are getting weirder. They're doing weird stunt casting. Okay? Where the hell are you going? Looking for the closest bathroom? It's an interesting walkout. Most people walk out on the punchline, not the setup. But I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, it's like the last season of America the sitcom. It's weird. I'm just glad that we don't have to see any more political ads. Oh yeah, I'm so sick of those things. Oh my god. I love those because Jeff Sanchez says he's an American. But with a name like Sanchez, can we be sure? And then they always have the comparison. They go, but Kyle Heaton is a real American. Born in the backseat of a Ford Mustang in a wheat field in Billings, Montana. He drank Jack Daniels from a nipple at 3 months old. And once killed a grizzly bear with a slingshot from 200 yards away in high wind. He's never read a book, and he's never been to Europe. Kyle Heaton, an American for Americans in America who want to keep America for Americans in America. Paid for by Kyle Heaton for Congress. I can't hate these things. It's like, I like it. I have to go soon because I have another show in March. I think I think the pandemic screwed everyone up. Everyone went nuts during the pandemic. You know what I mean? The vaxxers are yelling at the anti-vaxxers, and we had to do comedy shows on Zoom. Comedy shows on Zoom. Okay, that's like this is nothing. Comedy shows on Zoom. Nobody laughs on Zoom. Okay? I did a show on Zoom during the pandemic so bad people were walking out of their own apartments. Okay? And people didn't want to get vaccinated, and I tried, and then people, I didn't care, I got my own problems, my friend's like, it's going to alter my DNA, okay, it's going to alter my DNA. Thankfully, I wasn't a big fan of my DNA to begin with. And I got to say, I think we could all use a little tweaking, okay? My friend didn't want to get, I got vaccinated, but I waited until I started paying people. Does anyone remember they were paying people $100 at the beginning of the pandemic? So I got the Pfizer, the Moderna, the Johnson & Johnson, the AstraZeneca, I got shingles, HPV, rubella, rabies, okay? I walked out of there with $1,000, okay? That was awesome, And so... guys up again, but here's the thing. The whole thing. During the pandemic, there was nothing to do. I watch shows I would never watch on TV. I watch a show called Finding Bigfoot. Okay, there's a show. I didn't know there's a show. Does anyone? It's called Finding Bigfoot, sir. There's a show. It's called Finding. Hey, there's a show. It's called Finding Bigfoot. Okay, it's on the Animal Planet. I'm not making this up. It's been on 9 years. Okay, yeah. There's 100. It's been on. There's 100 episodes. I watched all 100 episodes. Okay? It's called Finding Bigfoot, and I want you to go home and watch it. Everybody, go home and watch it. Spoiler alert before you do. Yeah, they don't find him. Yeah, he doesn't show up. He doesn't make one appearance, okay? The show is called Finding Bigfoot, and that's the one thing that never happens on the show, okay? I was 88 episodes into that show, and I'm thinking, wow, they're cutting this close, okay? They're really building the tension here. It's called Finding Bigfoot, sir, okay? They should thank you for coming back. But anyway, wait till my closer. They should call that show No Sign of Bigfoot. Bigfoot, no S-A-A-P. 2 girls, 1 cup, no Bigfoot. There is no Finding Bigfoot on Finding Bigfoot. And I was 88 episodes in. I was on the couch. I'd been binge watching. I hadn't showered. I hadn't washed my hair. I hadn't eaten. I was eating nuts and berries. I looked in the mirror. I thought, that's him. But this is the last thing. I was so we couldn't work. So I really grew to miss comedy because that's what I do. And I always respect anybody that has a normal job. And I wonder how people get their jobs. Like in New York City, how does one become an announcer on the subway system? That's what I want to know. That's a job I've been wondering. What's the audition process for the subway system announcer guy? Because that is one I want to sit in on. Yeah, I just picture some actor guy. Hi everyone, my name is Brian. I'm with the Paradigm Talent Agency. I've been studying acting and Shakespeare for many years. I will be reading for the voice of the subway announcer. This is take 1. C-Train.
Thanks, everybody. That's the show. Before we go, I just want to, how about a round of applause for the people who produced this? Remy and Joanne Trattoria as well. Awesome job. If you guys want to follow Joanne Trattoria on Instagram, they have information about all their programming. And if you guys want to put on a show of your own or anything you're interested, you can reach out on the website as well, because they're looking to produce more stuff. So other than that, thank you guys for coming, and I hope you have a great night.
I don't know what was happening. Back of a bus thing in Village, Montana.
It was a 68 AMC Jabber.
I saw it about the What's that guy's name?
Oh yeah, I know.
The pre-op.
Yes.
Did he have to do the simple
Yeah, he's good.
I always feel that is to constantly how you're feeling awkward and how you're like feeling like, oh, I'm not connecting with the audience like that can work occasionally, but to use those crutches, it comes up as projection. And now to know the added context of like that's part of the shit. Right. It's gonna be card or cash. Card or cash. You just have is your phone? You're paying with cards?
Yeah, my phone.
Tap here.
Tap here. I don't get it. What am I paying?
How's my cousin Ryan?
Right here. 3 tickets, right?
1, 2, 3. Yes. Love you, baby. Love you. So how would you get involved? Like from other places?
Drop them off, and then I just keep going.
So would they, I mean, how do I do that? How to do that?
Or we can either have stop or just tell them.
Yeah. All right.
Like drop them at home.
I hear you. Good to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
What's that?
See you at the next one?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
Good to see you.
Bye.
Nice to see you again, Daria.
Nice to see you.
Take care.
Hi,
I should went to the bathroom, you know. So I guess we could. Start over. I'll take your phone.
I got probably yeah. That was good.
So like,
That's okay.
once you coach you going to
Thank you
I went to
again.
my cousin's house yesterday. It's a like
She works for things for me.
I was like,
And that's I'll start walking out the door, making your guys.
let's not leave our phones.
You've been initiated now.
Yes, it was great. Great Christmas that time.
It's only started being.
But I know you're putting on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you so much.
don't think you're gonna do this. Let me ask you, so you're not looking at what I still love saying. So
I know.
if you your like with getting a job,
Yeah, we need people like you.
so
basically, I work for the bank. But I just say that. Not that he's like a project. I love racing Miami, but I hate her.
I love you.
It wasn't for me, like it just wasn't.
I agree. I'm just curious.
But there are lots of flags. Where are you now? Then go. I can't just sit on a way and be like, oh, I'm gonna go see them after work. That's cool. Because they'll do whatever they say.
For me, I love my mom, but it can be overwhelming. At least by now,
I think it's gonna be like a hard one. You kind of go through and then you'll see them. Oh, cool. I'm saying Friday. Just give her that pass. That sounds like gin and nothing. All right. I think you got so much. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. That's okay. Thank you. There's no non-awkward way to do it. I know, I'm like, there you go. No problem. All right. I hate my job, but I have to get over
Are we ready?
Yeah. That's why I'm going back.
I'm sending you on or
Even his right was just like, we're all just like, so that's like, but like, what's in real time? Literally, that's how I feel about every single time I talk to you, because there's a law at,
the languages and counting. Take care. What do we do? It's just one brunch. It's not that deep.
I don't like. We ended up being sick, so like, and then it's like kind of like, but great time. Like, we'll talk about that. I'm not going to yeah. I want you to text me when you get home.
I am. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did
you see the portrait of Lady Gaga?
But it's a painting of a bike in like an Italian countryside.
Oh, yeah, look on the other wall. It's an outline. Behind the door, but open the doors.
I need to get to the Greek city. I think there was more of that than that.
Yeah, at the time we could think about it.
Yeah.
So, it was like, great. Yeah, I don't know what the style is called, but then when I made a beat, I was like, it's like a science degree, and I was like, oh,
I'm sorry.
I want the first one.
The first one.
Yeah.
Whatever this is, maybe I can
It's like if you were to open, I mean, it's different for me, like I'm sitting on the toilet, so like we're looking at different ones.
Definitely looking at your wall. It was a talking about the computer service for the parents. Is that Yahoo? Is that the call? I wanted to tell them my.
Yeah, like the elections are done.
Yeah. When he was saying, like, for me, I was like, for my mom, I could explain what she's saying on the computer, and I'm like, I don't know what you're looking at. Like, stop.
Yeah, I mean,
He
made me think of like Converse in terms of family. There's an episode where like he's trying to teach his dad, like, and he's like struggle, like, and then
yeah, you said the timing on the double flip. Oh, it's so funny.
In April, I'm taking 2 weeks to hire everyone. I would shoot the best. I thought about doing so much. One of my friends was doing improv for a while, and he got really good. Like he got really good, and then to the point where like he started taking acting classes. I was like, this is fun.
Right.
But I do have it'd be fun to do like stand up.
I've always thought it'd be cool to do stand up. I've always like, I always wake up. I have a wild to see how any person. I'm not an angry person. I think that's a big thing to play. I have wild friends. It's names that I like. We'll talk about. Some of them are so. I get those really vivid dreams where, like, I wake up and I'm like, Jim Dad, like, I get those all. My friends like, I wake up at once a year. I'm like, I have those like weekly.
I'm Jack. I've worked with I think
I wake up and
what time
I
you get my stuff. No. It was a great show. I'm trying to do
like I can write. I should draw what I saw.
You should. You definitely should.
But like some of the things
that we're both having.
I'll
follow you down.
Where I was so I was like, I fully embrace these kids' grades.
I wake up and I'm like, this was the movie. And there was some that I remember to this day. And there's some that was so vivid and so well said. But then I forget them like a week later or like in the next day. I'm like,
flashbacks.
yes.
So right now,
It is very
what are you doing?
Or I'll have a dream, and then something like very similar what happened in real life, and I'll do things that are very clean and not real life. It's wild. Like, it's wild. Yes!
And you're like,
Yes! Yes! It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. No, it's...
in the last 10 years. No, I
don't know what they were.
I really wanted to
This week or last week.
and I went
And
to
it was something about like
My sister went to
and for some reason I like got the urge to like go up and like talk
no, I
to
got
everybody, like remind them of like what a baby is and why we're so sad and like what the baby taught us. Yeah, like it was just really weird.
That's really cool.
No, yeah, it was really weird. And I woke up and I was like,
no, but I
it
was
was
there
weird, but it
and
was
like,
such a
I
like,
went to
powerful
Vanderbilt,
thing
it
that
wasn't
I said. And I was like,
and I
I was like,
and I went
such
to,
like,
and it was like my top top choice for forever, and I was
Like
like,
babies
oh, I know
are like beautiful. Like you know, it's just like this weird. I can't explain it, but it was like this weird thing where I was like gave this speech and it was like this little like being grown up with like X, Y, and Z, and everyone was
like the library looked like Chicago.
It's just this weird, strange thing. It sounds crazy.
Like literally, hello.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's also joining out there. A while ago, I set this rule for myself. Part of it was COVID. Part of it was just like I was trying to think of something. So I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Yeah, right. I'm just thinking about you after your mom. That's what I bet you. That's what I did. But now I also with time added to that. If they're in my dream, I usually text the person and tell them what the dream was. That was fucking whack.
It's always right. I bet that.
So like a couple days ago, I tried that at one time. Property. No, I didn't drink, but it was like I'm in an abandoned, full of like these horrifying human eating monsters.
Okay.
And my friend that I'm actually meeting with on Thursday, not because of this, but because so the monsters were eating like space potato chips, and she wanted to fight them because she wanted the potato chips. So the rest of us had to like stop like fighting because we were like, you're not gonna win this fight, you're gonna fucking die. So that was my whole dream, and I told her that. It was funny. And she was like, that's so funny. Like, people will like, someone who was rich. I was probably doing that to save everyone. I was sacrificing myself. No, that someone was happening in the dream. It's like we were perfectly hidden away from the monsters, and then you wanted to fight them. You had zero survival instincts. You were like,
yeah, they're like justifying their actions in the dream. Come on.
It's like we're having a dream argument. I'm like, you didn't end the dream. I'm like, I had the dream. You didn't. It's like, it's fine. We all lived. It's fine. You did not. You did not get a potato chip, but you lived.
I do. I very much.
What the fuck is my brain doing? That these are the dreams of having.
I was gonna say, so what's our brain doing that like makes us have those kind of dreams? Other people.
I do think I do play video games a lot, like either video games or like reading novels and stuff right before I go to bed, and I think that both of those things like stir my imagination up. Like if I was reading like a self-help or something, I probably would. But I probably also have
I guess. That's true. That's true. That's a good point. My friends were like, I don't get it. Like, how do you have? But like, they also have like kids, and they're like having nightmares. And I'm like, oh, okay, well. I guess you're right.
Like, my boyfriend of like a year and a half together, and he always had those dreams where like super good. So one day I woke up and I had this dream, and I knew exactly why I had this dream because it was a character video game that I played that's like a dragon made out of like constellations. So fucking cool, right?
Yeah.
And so I dreamt that I was that dragon and I was flying through space and I was seeing black holes.
Yeah.
And I was so cool. And so I woke up and I was like, that's so cool. And he just like spit like dead ass like face. And he's like, I just wanted to sign. And I was like, that was so true. That's all.
He's wearing a literal
None of it has to do with things related to paper. It's like signing, punching holes in paper. It was always like stupid, and I was like, that's motherfucking Star Dragon
I wasn't a Star Dragon, but I was Dragon dreams for sure.
He was like, I was signing papers. Like, yeah. And like to remember, like the way he described it was so vivid. It's so boring. I'm so sorry.
So you working, like you just are still at work in your dreams, and you wake up, and you gotta go back to work. We have a big game for it.
Not all, but this one, yes. I mean, a lot of my. So for a really long time, I had like really toxic. I had to work out. I kept thinking really boring. We never. But when I mean, this was like 2017. So it was a long time ago. He's like, we realized after a while that we were right with each other, but we're still friends. Like, he's the
Very like mutual, nice.
I mean, to this day, he's like the healthiest relationship I've ever been in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you should. Whatever. I think we have a little bit more.
No rush.
How was that with this? We're just finishing our wine, so yeah. Yeah, this wine makes me feel like yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's it's house for a reason.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your bottle.
Thank you.
Are you Bailey's friends?
Yeah, Jason.
My name's Rennie.
Rennie? Nice to meet
So
you.
we did this together. I just want to say thanks for coming out.
No, for sure. It's my friend Excel.
Hi, nice to meet you. You guys enjoy it?
Oh, we loved it. We loved it. No, yeah, this was awesome. I'm glad she invited me.
This is the second one.
Oh, the second. I thought it was the first. Sorry.
So the comedy thing, they tried before a while ago, and it didn't take, so now we're trying again. This is our second show.
And you guys didn't hear it for the second time?
Well, the first time was also here.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering. That's okay.
This is the second show here, and we're going to do another one December 9th.
Is it usually the same comedians, or you guys rotate through or whatever?
Different lineup.
Oh, nice.
They were really good.
Yeah, they were really good.
Like, Bailey and I, we worked together at the comic strip.
Yeah.
More than a year.
I met Bailey down at the comedy walk or whatever.
Oh, the Grizzly Bear.
That's where I met them. Thank you. I see him, I'm like trying to tell him. I tried to tell him, this is Bailey, by the way, it's Excel.
I had the best time with those guys. It was like we just sort of met.
Wait, who were you there with?
I was with my buddy from out of town. The guys I travel with, so Tommy, my buddy Tommy, my buddy Trey from out of town.
Yeah, this guy's a
They were so great. It was like I was just a young girl sitting by myself at a bar, and like immediately these guys were like, "What's up?"
Wait, that sounded bad. That is not bad at all. That is not
Not at all.
Well, they were like,
that sounded awful.
they were like a different.
That sounded actually awful.
Yeah.
Don't believe what anything she says.
No, and then we had such a great time.
We did have a good time. Yeah.
Why did you guys decide to do that?
We were working at legal purposes. We would say
Okay.
I got kicked out of the semester, so we were working together, and then these are really separate kids on the business side. That's a good idea that I heard produce a show. And I went, okay, so we were trying to find places, and then I sat down next to Gabby in London, or this place one day, and we had a bar downtown, and she goes, right now, let's do one.
Yeah.
How do you find the balance?
Well, we
Clubs are also kind of involved in the scene, and everyone are not
Yeah, the first show is about it's really funny.
Yeah.
you guys, I mean, are you sticking mostly to New York, or do you branch out?
As of right now,
I'm just saying, like
small and
Connecticut and Jersey, because like you're in that whole metro area. Like, there's a lot of opportunities probably out there because Connecticut needs some kind of birth.
Can you tell he looks like Connecticut? He's like, please bring me funny.
I think that's part of the problem, right? You have that dual talent, but because of how the industry is shaped, like you don't have like that talent is unknown.
Yeah.
Right? It goes kind of by the wayside because there's so many people.
Yeah, like there's a lot of saturation.
Right. So unless you're like saturating your Instagram or TikTok or whatever, like if you get a big following, you know, you might just be going by the wayside. And there's probably a lot of great comedians that don't do social media. And they're not good at marketing themselves. Yeah, do it.
It's the thing that comedians do the best is like self-deprecation.
Right.
And social media. Like, you know, like it's hard.
It's hard. It is hard. Finding that balance. It's pretty cool.
My parents really saw,
Yeah.
So I saw a good space for the comedians. They're the talent, they're the artists. Them do that. That's why we're going to the rest.
And that's what, and that's every business, right? Like every business, like same thing in finance or in tech or in whatever. You're not doing marketing. You have to hire teams to do those things, and that's you. The
But you
team
guys
is
did pretty good. I mean, this room is pretty much filled out.
You talking about this, you know, a
What's the
month ago.
like also this filled out, or did we fill it out? Like the first one. You said this was the second one.
The first one was filled, and that was mainly friends and family.
I was like, why are people in here? Really?
Because that was my, because I didn't know, because you thought it was the first one. They filled this
Yeah, I thought it was the first event. I didn't read it.
The guy, so this
Did you do
party
that before
here.
we met, or after we met the first one?
I never was at one. I think I met Gabby, who's in that same
So these were here. So apparently, here they also do like drag night. I also didn't know. And the guy was like, oh, I thought it was drag night.
Yeah.
We came here because I
He's like, I put the wrong thing.
And then he's like, it's comedy, and I'm having a great time. And then he gave us some of his wine.
His wife did not crack a smile.
Yeah, she was, I don't know, that she was on.
The blonde lady. The only one in the whole place that she did not crack a
The three of them
smile.
were having
But the rest of them were
They
cracking
were
up.
having a good time.
But
That
she
was a
did.
great line.
Oh my god. We were talking about it. We were trying to figure out who we liked the most, and we were like, they were all really good.
I landed on the
The
girl.
girl, yeah, me too. The girl. She was hysterical. She was
It's
fucking
also like
hysterical.
hard to find women
She
in
was
comedy
hysterical.
too, so I was like all for it. But honestly, anyone up there like that is like you're putting your soul out on
Yeah.
stage. Like I'd give anybody a chance.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, she was hysterical.
oh, or is there another round?
You guys.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
What time you guys open till?
Technically 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have WeChat still?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, so it's the awkward the last person.
No problem at all.
No problem at all.